Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, hopefully I'll still be working for GE. It's a great company for working moms.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 90s kid stars. Where are they now?
I was so obsessed with you. I had posters of you all over my room. There was one where you were going like this. I had that on the ceiling right over my bed. Wow.
For this list, we'll be looking at what the young celebrities of the decade are up to in modern times. Which of these stars do you remember watching? Let us know in the comments. Number 20. Ariana Richards. Like the stars of her most famous movie, Ariana Richards' acting career only exists in a bygone era. She made her debut as an actor in 1987. However, it was only with her role as Lex Murphy in 1993's Jurassic Park that she became a huge 90s child star.
Timmy, I bet I could climb over the top and be on the other side before you could even get to the top. What would you give me? Respect?
Her talent in that adventure classic hinted at a very promising career, but Richards started to appear in fewer and fewer roles as the years went on.
I want to go now.
Just look how it eats.
Please.
Bet you never look at birds the same way again.
To date, her role in 2013's Battle Dogs marked her last movie appearance. Instead of acting, Richards has largely spent most of her time working on her passion for painting. She has become a successful and respected artist.
Trying to frame it up like you do for a movie scene.
You look like you're doing that director thing.
Exactly.
Number 19. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Depending on your age, there's a good chance that at some point you had a poster of Jonathan Taylor Thomas on your bedroom wall, or at least in your locker at school.
You know, it's not so bad in here. It's kind of peaceful.
Yeah, it's amazing how you get used to it after a while. Hello? Anybody out there?
For 8 years, he starred as one of Tim's sons on the very popular 90s sitcom Home Improvement. Throw in voicing Simba in The Lion King and other film roles, and JTT was definitely a 90s teen idol.
Yeah, so you have to do what I tell you.
Not yet, I don't.
But growing up in the spotlight wasn't easy for Thomas. In 2005, he took a big step away from Hollywood. He ended up attending both Harvard and Columbia University. With the exception of 4 episodes of Last Man Standing, Thomas has remained out of the spotlight.
Man, you look familiar.
Well, you know, I used to work with Kristen.
That's not it.
Number 18. Jenna Von Oy. While Blossom was obviously the star of Blossom, it was her best friend Six Lemure who often stole the show with her rambling, fast-talking personality.
Susie heard it from Lisa, who's best friends with Nancy, who goes out with Dennis's friend Robert with the bad skin, not handsome Robert. And he told Nancy, who told Lisa, who told Susie, who told me, that Dennis told the boys in the locker room that you and he had sex at the movies the other night.
Jenna Von Oy played her throughout the show's 5-season run in the 90s. A few years later, Von Oy played another best friend role on The Parkers. She coincidentally also held that role for another 5 seasons.
Grape Chardonnay. Yes, big sister, I wish I looked as good as you. Why aren't you in grape wear?
I wanted to be different from the bunch.
After The Parkers ended in 2004, Von Oy continued to work as an actor. She even reunited with her co-stars in a fun episode of Call Me Kat. Von Oy has also enjoyed success as a writer.
It's something that I've always loved in whatever capacity, be it music or scripts.
She's written books, authored blogs, and works as an associate editor and lead Nashville writer at Style Blueprint. Number 17. Thora Birch. After earning accolades in the late 80s with a role in Purple People Eater, Birch made her mark in the 90s with roles in movies like the always classic Hocus Pocus.
I thought they'll never come, sisters.
Greetings, little one.
'Twas I who brought you back.
Imagine.
She would go on to appear in the Oscar-winning American Beauty, and while she hasn't appeared in a ton of major blockbusters since, the actress still worked consistently over the last couple of decades. One of Birch's most notable roles in recent years was on The Walking Dead. Never! She played Gamma, a character that struggled on whether to side with her sinister family or the more heroic survivors. Since her stint on the hit show, Birch has stepped into the director's chair and continued to act.
Having done this since the age of like 4.5, I've learned different things from different shoots. It's not so much about waiting for one experience that's going to be like a career-defining thing. I think it's just enjoying the moment and what you're presented with today.
Number 16, Edward Furlong. Edward Furlong got his big break at 13 years old when he starred opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton in 1991's Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Yes! Easy money.
Following that film, Furlong appeared in films like Pecker, American History X, and Detroit Rock City. But the actor's career was put into jeopardy due to his struggles with substance use disorder.
We got company.
Police?
How many?
All of them, I think.
Over the years, Furlong has also been arrested multiple times for charges related to domestic violence and violating probation. After being sentenced to prison in 2013, the actor worked to maintain his sobriety. Furlong has since made a handful of small film appearances.
Took you long enough to bust out of there. All right, well, use these sparingly. You never know how long it'll take before the Thornite sorts them out.
Number 15, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. For the generation that grew up in the 90s, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen will always be Michelle Tanner on Full House.
Oh my God, there's 2 Michelles. They're multiplying!
The twin sisters became stars by sharing the role of the precocious and scene-stealing youngest member of the Tanner clan. From there, they solidified their careers with a ton of appearances in various TV and film projects.
Put her there, sister.
In the 2000s, the sisters stepped back from acting and focused more on fashion. They created the first collection for a brand that would be later known as The Row in 2006. Since the company was reported to make around $100 million in sales in 2021, it's safe to say the fashion pivot was a great move for the Olsens.
We never imagined this in a million years, so this has been quite a ride and a treat. Truly, and we'd like to thank our customers.
Number 14, Jonathan Lipnicki. Making his acting debut in the 1996 film Jerry Maguire, Jonathan Lipnicki became instantly memorable as the adorable kid with the impressive trivia knowledge.
Jerry, do you know the human head weighs 8 pounds?
Not only did he win the heart of Jerry Maguire, but pretty much everyone who saw the movie loved his performance. Lipnicki parlayed his newfound stardom into a rather successful string of roles.
Maybe we should go home.
Why?
I'm not wearing my lucky underwear.
You don't have lucky underwear.
Well, maybe we should get some and then come back for another race.
After he took a break from the industry, he found it hard to secure the high-profile gigs he once had. However, Lipnicki persevered and kept working in the industry over the years. He's also gotten out there on reality shows like Celebs Go Dating.
I mean, if someone can only see me for the child actor I was, that's going to be a huge issue in a relationship. You know what, I've been doubted my whole life and I've overcome every single thing.
Number 13, Jake Lloyd.
He knows my name.
From the outside, it looked like Jake Lloyd had it all in the 90s. He had a memorable role playing Arnold Schwarzenegger's son in the comedy Jingle All the Way. A few years later, he got a big opportunity when he was cast as young Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace.
Now this is pod racing.
Unfortunately, the negative reception to his role in the film led him to being heavily tormented by peers. Lloyd's mistreatment at the hands of peers and professionals eventually pushed him to quit acting altogether. In the 2010s, Lloyd ran into several legal troubles. He was also diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. Recent reports indicate that Lloyd now spends most of his time away from Hollywood with his family.
As much as I've always only worked for fun, really, and you should as a kid. I've worked more regular jobs since I've become an adult.
Number 12, Jennifer Love Hewitt. While some may remember a young Jennifer Love Hewitt in Kids Incorporated, most of us probably first got to know Hewitt as a teenager on Fox's hit show Party of Five. And let's not forget about the I Know What You Did Last Summer movie either.
We can't go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that. He's just out there and he's watching us and waiting. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Hewitt ended the 90s as a teen icon and hasn't looked back. While she's made plenty of movies since the turn of the century, her most popular roles have mostly come on the small screen.
You have an impressive success rating and your supervisor speaks very highly of you. I think you'll be a valuable asset to the team.
Really? That's it? I've only been in here
2 minutes. Since 2018, she's been going strong as 911 operator Maddie Buckley. The role has given Hewitt plenty of opportunities to show off her considerable range. And let's not forget Ghost Whisperer either.
The only sense that we get to use to solve this problem is our listening.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Number 11, Anna Chlumsky. Anna Chlumsky found stardom early when she starred across from 90s mega child star Macaulay Culkin in 1991's My Girl. She followed that up with the sequel a few years later.
I don't suppose your father gave you permission to pierce your ears, did he?
Not exactly.
Well, just don't shave your legs. He'll never let you visit us again if I send you home hairless and full of holes.
At the end of the decade, Chlumsky traded the lights of Hollywood for textbooks and final exams in Chicago. She also worked as an editorial assistant at a publishing company before deciding to return to film and television in 2005.
Are you settling in okay?
Yeah, everyone's been great. Learning where stuff is.
Fortunately for Chlumsky, she was able to pick up right where she left off. She's had roles in everything from the critically acclaimed Veep to Inventing Anna. At this rate, Chlumsky shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
You know I give good story. Let me do this.
Number 10, Melissa Joan Hart. Melissa Joan Hart became a household name with her title role on Clarissa Explains It All.
Maybe I can't do anything about New Year's or Bergface's birthday, but mark my words. After this year, school picture's never going to be the same.
The Nickelodeon sitcom aired for 5 seasons with her at the forefront. From there, she went to the highly celebrated Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Didn't you explain to her she's a witch?
She doesn't believe us.
Not this again. Look, I know you went to a lot of trouble to set this joke up, so ha ha ha, now it's over?
No, it's just beginning. You are a witch.
Hart went on to make more TV appearances until she landed herself yet another 5-season sitcom with Melissa and Joey. Since then, Hart found herself in a specific Christmas movie niche. She starred in 5 holiday films between 2018 and 2022 alone. While those aren't the only projects Hart works on, she clearly has a lot of Christmas spirit behind her career.
Look, I know you guys were watching, and I know you're worried about me, but I'm an adult. I'm fine. Let's go make some cookies.
Number 9, Haley Joel Osment.
I see dead people.
With those words, Haley Joel Osment's life changed forever. His role in The Sixth Sense rocketed him to child superstardom in 1999. Osment became a rather in-demand actor and landed big roles in major films like AI Artificial Intelligence. Along the way, it became clear that he had a distinct talent for voice acting.
Look at this. This must be the data space. The DTD. See? The door to darkness.
His most famous role to date is that of Sora in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Osment has been heard as the English voice of that lead character in 13 games and counting. In live action, he's landed numerous cameos in recurring roles like Dr. Stu Camillo in Future Man.
You're real. Well, I like to think that I'm always real, but yes.
In here, you can perceive me as a physical being.
Number 8, Tia and Tamara Mowry.
Okay, I know this might seem a little confusing, but we can explain. You see, Tia just moved in here. She's my new sister. Twin sisters. See?
Tia and Tamara Mowry became kid stars together, playing another set of twins for 6 TGIF seasons on ABC's Sister Sister. The Mowry sisters continued to work together on projects like Twitches.
Go Twitches, go Twitches, it's our birthday, it's a birthday.
At one point, they had their own reality show for a couple years at the beginning of the 2010s called Tia and Tamara. But outside of that series, the sisters have mostly worked on separate projects. Both have found work on various TV ventures and films. Tia Mowry enjoyed a long stint on the drama The Game, and you may have also seen Tamara Mowry recently hosting the Dr. Seuss Baking Challenge.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Part of the mom straight.
1.
Number 7, Amanda Bynes. After standing out on All That, this child actress became the lead of the hilarious The Amanda Show.
Wait! Excuse me, you're the judge?
No, I'm a bowl of fruits.
You're just a kid.
Overruled!
Bynes carried that small screen success onto the big screen of the movies and had quite a nice run in the 2000s with films like What a Girl Wants and She's the Man. The 2010s looked to be starting off well with her part in teen comedy Easy A.
I really want us to be friends. Can we please be friends?
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Bynes has had trouble returning to acting since. She spent significant time dealing with issues related to substance use disorder and mental health. Bynes was also placed in a conservatorship from 2013 to 2022. Since the end of the conservatorship, the actress has still struggled to return to the industry. We're rooting for you, Amanda.
About that call that you were gonna make? You can make that?
Yeah, thank you.
Number 6. Kenan Thompson. It was virtually impossible to watch Nickelodeon in the 90s without seeing Kenan Thompson.
How do you feel? Like this.
The funny actor appeared on All That before taking his comedy stylings to a sitcom on the network called Kenan and Kel that ran from 1996 till 2000. At the same time, Thompson was appearing in cult favorite movies like Good Burger.
You got it! God, what? I'm swinging from a dang pipe!
If you don't know what Thompson is up to these days, we can only assume you stopped watching Saturday Night Live in 2002. That was the year Thompson made his debut on the show. While he has pursued other projects, he's been on SNL so long that he stands as the longest tenured SNL cast member of all time.
We're gonna feel elation, it's a celebration. It's gonna get funky, crunky, donkey, spunky, chunky, junky, skunky, slap a monkey, tap a monkey, kiss it.
Number 5. Mara Wilson.
Watch this.
Before she was Matilda, she was Susan in Miracle on 34th Street. And before that, she was the ridiculously adorable youngest daughter in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Can't go now.
You have to.
We're right in the middle of Charlotte's Web. Who's gonna finish it?
Mara Wilson's string of strong successes made her a big child star of the 90s. By the early 2000s and her teen years, Wilson took a step back from movie acting. She's since been very outspoken about the difficulties that child stars face in Hollywood throughout their careers. Wilson has written about that subject and created her own original work. And from 2012 onwards, she's often seen in online projects and has been heard on shows like BoJack Horseman.
We shout into the void, "Hey, you!" And the void says, "Stop shouting at me, please!" And we grab the void and we spit in its face, "Sir, I will not."
Boy, did New York do a number on you.
Number 4. Jaleel White.
Did I do that?
If we're talking to Jaleel White and the question is whether or not he became a big star as a kid in the 90s, the answer is yes, Jaleel. Yes, you did do that. White turned 13 in 1989. That just so happened to be the same year a little show called Family Matters premiered on ABC. By the time it was done with its 9 TGIF season run, Jaleel White's Steve Urkel had become one of the most beloved nerds of the decade.
Now point your fingers up to the sky and talk through your nose way up high. Spin and dip and jump and cavort and finish it off with a laugh and snort.
While he hasn't landed another role quite as iconic as that one since, he's been working consistently since the show ended. White recently appeared in Adam Sandler's Hustle in 2022.
I'm very excited about this film. I've only felt this time one other way in my career, and that was when I was in Dreamgirls. I'm serious. I knew we made something special.
Number 3. Michelle Trachtenberg. Michelle Trachtenberg was born in 1985. Before she'd even celebrated her 15th birthday, she'd already done more in Hollywood than many actors twice her age. Along with plenty of national commercials, Trachtenberg had roles in multiple TV shows.
You better have a piece of paper for me. I throw a volcano, covers rock, melts scissors, and burns paper.
She had recurring and main parts in both The Adventures of Pete and Pete and Miko. And let's not forget that she was the eponymous Harriet in 1996 Harriet the Spy.
Can you read this?
Okay, I just wanted to know why you're always writing like a maniac.
I want to remember everything. I want to know everything.
Trachtenberg also began the 2000s strong with her role as Buffy's sister on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And while she hasn't made a movie since 2014, Trachtenberg has worked on the small screen. She recently reprised her role as Georgina Sparks in a couple episodes of the Gossip Girl sequel.
They fired their staff when they thought someone was breaking in.
Someone is?
At first they thought it was the doorman, but
But when they kept coming home to this, they put up cameras everywhere.
Number 2. Macaulay Culkin. When it comes to child stars in the 90s, few were bigger than Macaulay Culkin.
Come and get me before I call the police!
Let's get me!
He became a megastar in 1990 after Home Alone hit theaters and achieved massive success. Fortunately, that movie wasn't a one-off.
This is it. No turning back. Another Christmas in the trenches.
Culkin followed that up with 8 movies in the next 4 years, including a Home Alone sequel, The Good Son, The Nutcracker, and Richie Rich. Following the latter, he stepped away from acting for almost a decade before returning in 2003.
Stan violated the fidelity clams.
Since then, Culkin started a satirical pop culture website, appeared in several web series, and even did a Home Alone commercial. His most notable work in recent years arguably came with his role on the 10th season of American Horror Story.
You can throw Charles Bukowski and Hunter S. Thompson at me all you want, but those guys are the exception.
Well, maybe there's a bunch of talented people out there that just haven't been discovered yet.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Christina Ricci. Before Christina Ricci celebrated her 20th birthday, she was celebrating Hollywood stardom with a string of popular films and high-profile roles throughout the decade.
What do we say? Be afraid. Be very afraid.
From Mermaids to The Addams Family and The Ice Storm, Ricci showed off her versatility at a young age. And where is she now? She's thankfully doing what she's always done, being an amazing actress.
What does all of this have to do with me?
My dear Wednesday, you are the key. Your arrival at Nevermore set the chubby wheels of my plan in motion.
In a big full-circle moment, Ricci had a major role in the Netflix hit Wednesday as one of the title character's teachers. And for those who have yet to see her on the acclaimed Yellow Jackets, now's an excellent time to catch up with the show and her great career.
I'm going to prison. I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. No, you're not. None of us are. As long as you listen to me and do exactly what I say, okay?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.